Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, distinguished participants and respected reviewers. My name is Syahrul from Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta, Indonesia. Today I would like to present our community service project entitled Practice-Based Funeral Care Training as a Mosque-Based Community Empowerment Models. Lesson learned from Al-Hidayah Mosque, Magelang. This project focused on strengthening community capacity in funeral care service through practice-based learning and mosque-based environment. Mosques play an important role not only as a place of worship but also as centers of education and community empowerment. However, in many Muslim communities, funeral care activities are still handled by a small number of experienced individuals. This situation was also found at Al-Hidayah Mosque in Magelang. Most community members had never received systematic funeral care training, particularly female participants. Therefore, this program aimed to strengthen community participation, develop funeral care cadres, and enhance the mosque's role in providing religious service. This program is based on three key concepts. First, practice-based learning emphasizes learning through direct experience. Second, community empowerment encourage active community participants. Third, mosque-based education position the mosque as a center of learning and social development. Through these concepts, funeral care training is expected to strengthen local capacity and support sustainable community service. This study used a community service case study approach. The program involved 60 participants, consisting of male and female community members. This implementation includes 5 stages: need assessment, coordination with mosque administrators, practice-based training, observation and reflection, and finally cadre formation. Data were collected through observation, documentation, and reflective discussions. The first finding concerned to effectiveness of practice-based learning. Participants were not only introduced the theoretical concepts, but also practiced each stage of funeral care directly. Observation showed that participants become more engaged and confident during the training process. The combination of theory and practice helped them better understand funeral care procedures. The second finding relates to community readiness. Participants actively engage in discussion and practical session. Many participants asked questions regarding funeral care practice commonly found in the community. Some participants even recorded the practical demonstration for future learning process. These findings indicate a strong community interest in practical religious education. The findings suggest that practice-based learning is highly sustainable for community religious education. Funeral care regards practical skills that cannot be fully developed through lectures alone. This approach also contributes to community empowerment because it increases community involvement in religious service. As a result, responsibility for funeral care becomes a collective responsibility rather than the duty only of a few individuals. This project contributes theoretical by demonstration the value of experiential religious education in community development. Practically, the program succeeds in forming funeral care cadres, including female cadres. For the community, the program strengthens mosque-based religious service and promote greater participation in Fardu Kifayah activities. In conclusion, practice-based funeral care training provides an effective approach for strengthening community participation in funeral service. The program also supports cadre formation and reinforce the mosque role as a center of religious and social empowerment. These photographs show several activities conducted during the program, including theoretical session, practical training, participant engagement, and cadre development activities. Thank you for your attention. I look forward to your question and feedback. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.